2023 National Electrical Code, or NEC, stipulates that electrical rooms housing equipment rated to over 1200 amps generally require 2 exits. However, there are exceptions, especially in renovation scenarios. When dealing with an existing electrical room undergoing upgrades, convincing the inspector becomes crucial. To address the inspector's potential concerns, firstly, prepare to demonstrate that creating a second exit is genuinely infeasible. This involves presenting a detailed layout of the existing electrical room and its adjacent areas. Clearly illustrate the constraints, such as equipment located on the other side of the walls, which prevent the addition of another door. Secondly, emphasize that the upgrade is taking place while the hotel is closed. This proactively addresses concerns about disruption to normal operations and highlights a window of opportunity to implement changes with minimal inconvenience. Thirdly, while the NEC doesn't explicitly mandate a 3-foot clearance from the switchboard to the wall, it's a common requirement. If this clearance isn't achievable, focus on demonstrating that the available space still allows electricians to work safely. Provide evidence of adequate working space around the equipment, ensuring safe maintenance and operation. Ultimately, the inspector holds the authority to grant or deny the single exit approval. Prepare a concise and clear explanation of the situation, highlighting the challenges of adding a second exit, the proactive timing of the upgrade during the hotel closure, and the safety measures in place to ensure adequate working space. By addressing the inspector's concerns comprehensively, you increase the likelihood of obtaining the necessary approval. Present a detailed plan demonstrating how the upgraded equipment will be safely maintained and operated within the existing space. This may involve measures such as enhanced lighting, improved ventilation, or the use of specialized tools and equipment. Furthermore, provide documentation from qualified professionals, such as electrical engineers or safety consultants, confirming the adequacy of the proposed setup. These documents should address any potential safety concerns and demonstrate compliance with relevant codes and standards. In addition, be prepared to discuss alternative safety measures that can be implemented to mitigate any risks associated with having only one exit. This could include installing additional fire suppression systems, providing enhanced emergency lighting, or developing a comprehensive emergency evacuation plan. By proactively addressing potential safety concerns and demonstrating a commitment to maintaining a safe working environment, you can further strengthen your case for a single exit approval. It is also beneficial to research previous similar cases in your jurisdiction. Understanding how inspectors have handled comparable situations can provide valuable insights and inform your approach. If possible, gather documentation or testimonials from other electrical professionals who have successfully navigated similar challenges. This can lend credibility to your argument and demonstrate that your proposed solution is reasonable and acceptable. Remember to maintain a respectful and professional demeanor throughout your interactions with the inspector. Building a positive relationship and demonstrating a willingness to collaborate can significantly improve your chances of success. Be open to suggestions and willing to make compromises to address any concerns raised by the inspector. Ultimately, the goal is to work together to find a solution that meets both the code requirements and the practical constraints of the situation. If the inspector remains unconvinced, consider seeking a second opinion from a qualified electrical engineer or code consultant. A fresh perspective can often identify alternative solutions or provide additional evidence to support your case. Additionally, be prepared to appeal the inspector's decision if necessary. The appeals process provides an opportunity to present your case to a higher authority and seek a resolution that is acceptable to all parties involved. Throughout this process, document all interactions and decisions made by the inspector. This documentation can be invaluable if you need to escalate the matter or seek legal recourse. Finally, consider the long-term implications of the single exit approval. If future renovations or upgrades are planned, ensure that the electrical room layout can accommodate a second exit if necessary. This proactive approach can prevent future compliance issues and ensure the safety of electrical workers. In some instances, it may be possible to modify the adjacent areas to create a second exit, even if it is not immediately feasible. This could involve relocating equipment, reconfiguring walls, or creating a new access point from an adjacent room. Explore all possible options and present a comprehensive plan to the inspector demonstrating your commitment to achieving full compliance with the NEC. Remember that the inspector's primary concern is the safety of electrical workers and the public. By demonstrating a thorough understanding of the code requirements and a commitment to implementing appropriate safety measures, you can increase your chances of obtaining the necessary approvals and ensuring a safe and compliant electrical installation. Always prioritize safety and work collaboratively with the inspector to find the best possible solution for your specific situation. Firstly, meticulously document the existing conditions. This includes detailed measurements of the electrical room, the location of the equipment, and any obstructions that prevent the installation of a second exit. Secondly, engage a qualified electrical engineer to assess the situation and provide a written report outlining the feasibility of installing a second exit. This report should address any structural, mechanical, or electrical challenges that would need to be overcome. Thirdly, explore alternative exit strategies. Could a window be converted into an emergency exit? Could a door be installed leading to an adjacent room with its own exit? Fourthly, present a comprehensive safety plan to the inspector. This plan should detail the measures you will take to mitigate the risks associated with having only one exit, such as increased fire suppression systems, enhanced emergency lighting, and regular safety training for personnel who work in the electrical room. Fifthly, be prepared to negotiate with the inspector. They may be willing to grant a variance or waiver if you can demonstrate that you have taken all reasonable steps to ensure the safety of the electrical room. Sixthly, if necessary, appeal the inspector's decision. The appeals process varies depending on the jurisdiction, but it typically involves presenting your case to a higher authority. Seventhly, maintain open communication with the inspector throughout the process. Keep them informed of your progress and be responsive to their concerns. Eighthly, consult with other electrical professionals who have experience with similar situations. Their insights and advice can be invaluable. Ninthly, review the relevant sections of the NEC carefully. Make sure you understand the requirements for electrical rooms and the exceptions that may apply. Tenthly, document everything. Keep detailed records of all communications with the inspector, all reports and assessments, and all steps you have taken to address the issue. Demonstrating that you have thoroughly investigated all options and taken all reasonable steps to comply with the code can significantly improve your chances of success. Remember, the inspector's primary goal is to ensure the safety of electrical workers and the public. By working collaboratively and demonstrating a commitment to safety, you can increase your chances of obtaining the necessary approvals and ensuring a compliant electrical installation. Consider providing a risk assessment outlining the potential hazards in the electrical room and the measures you will take to mitigate them. This could include things like arc flash protection, lockout/tagout procedures, and personal protective equipment. Also, offer to provide additional training to electrical workers on the safe operation and maintenance of the equipment in the electrical room. This could include training on emergency procedures, fire safety, and first aid. Remember that the inspector is there to ensure the safety of everyone involved. By showing them that you are taking all reasonable steps to protect electrical workers and the public, you can increase your chances of getting the approval you need. Be prepared to answer any questions the inspector may have about your plans. They may want to know about the qualifications of the electrical workers who will be working in the room, the types of equipment that will be used, and the procedures that will be followed. By being prepared and knowledgeable, you can demonstrate to the inspector that you are taking the project seriously and that you are committed to safety. If possible, provide the inspector with a tour of the electrical room. This will give them a chance to see the existing conditions firsthand and to ask any questions they may have. If you can't provide a tour, consider providing photographs or videos of the room.